Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. This episode, we're going after the Ottomans, is the plan. I really would like to get Albania down to a protectorate this episode, but I don't know if that's going to be viable, because we've only got a few, like a few weeks left. I'm going to have to stop building because I need to get my government debt under control while I do this. I think the raising of taxes is basically inevitable during this war. That's going to make things a little difficult, but the standards of living should stay high. Government is reasonably acceptable. I can't get legitimacy higher than I've currently got it, though, so, you know, we're gonna try our best to figure that out. When's our next election? Next election, April of '88, so not too long. That might lead to a change in how we do things. We'll see. For now, though, nope. New neighbors, new grudges. A minority group of Nordestino people has recently settled in the state of Toledo, seeking a better future. However, the local Spanish elites are stirring up resentment, claiming the Nordestino newcomers will destroy the traditional way of life. They are acceptance level 3. They don't belong here. Our Spanish customs, our way of life, they'll be lost if we let the Nordestino settle, claimed a prominent landowner, his words echoed in the taverns and markets of Madrid. The newcomers, hopeful but weary, whisper of opportunity but face closed doors and hostile stares. So, we're going to get this event if we continue to get immigration. Our three options are the Nordestino people must accept their lot, 20% of upper stardom pops of all of our primary cultures become more loyalist, 25% of Nordestino pops become more radical, and acceptance was reduced by 5, and that's forever in Toledo. We must foster harmony between peoples, whether Nordestino or Spanish. 5% of all pops in Toledo become more radical, but 25% chance their acceptance goes down, 75% chance it goes up. Or the old Spanish ways cannot continue to dominate our modern nation. 2% of Spanish upper stardom pops of our primary cultures become more radical. So Nordestino people are Lusophone and European heritage. Those are fully accepted. They're all Catholic. Those are fully accepted. Let me see. Nordestino acceptance is 60 plus. They're currently in 3. They're going to get another 25 from state religion under for being Catholic. 25 acceptance of state religion. So I think if I hit the... So this is 80 to 100. If I hit this button, that's going to push them down by 5. But they're still going to get them... They're still going to get to 85. I don't know. This just seems so brutal. I'm going to foster harmony. It's going to be a lot of radicals, but that's okay. Like, it's really not that many, and standards of living are very good, so it should be going better. Beautiful. So there's the monitor. I'm going to go ahead and hit the upgrade button on our fleet. I'm going to put this fleet to port. And then we're going to get the rest of our military shipyards producing steel-hulled ships. Oil in Elba. Excellent. Able I was, ere I discovered oil in Elba. Soon. 48.7. Okay, alright. Free Trade Party Patriotic Union. So what does that look like? Alright, industrialists have formed a free trade party. They've got an ethno-nationalist in charge. Progressive dissidents is still rural folk and petite bourgeoisie. Alright, so I can already get a ton of legitimacy by just booting the industrialists straight out the get-go. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Because a contested government is a much better place to be than anywhere else. So, how's the naval upgrade? We're working on it. It's in progress. Alright. The shallow draft solution. Designed for coastal defense operations, what monitors lack in ocean-going capabilities make up for in cost effectiveness. Admiral Baltasar Silvestre has informed the Admiralty in Madrid that his fleet will keep any foes away from Iberian waters. Sir, while it indeed may look like a cheese box on a raft, I assure you that the 15-inch guns she carries in that box of hers are no laughing matter. Secure shores means secure commerce, trade center throughput. Let us orient our naval doctrine around them, 10% Navy defense. Or we don't win by having the best ships, we win by having the most. Extra military shipyards throughput, reduced Navy defense and offense. I'm going to go with the Navy defense. I think that's just sensible. Commander commends Civic Coalition. Admiral Escoda has made public statements in support of the Patriotic Union, bringing into question the political neutrality of the military. So he's an authoritarian. It is my duty to defend the nation and its interests. Politics are as much a part of war as battles and logistics are. I don't see the problem with doing my duty and doing what I can to make sure those who are best fit to protect the nation end up being the ones in charge. He can say what he wants, 10% momentum to the Patriotic Union. Their momentum is pretty alright, actually. I don't want to necessarily give them more, but it's not a problem. Reprimand him. Good soldiers don't give orders, they take them. 5% of officer pops become more radical. I don't love that. Or if he likes politics so much, he ought to become more involved. That makes him leader of the armed forces. I don't want that because he's an authoritarian. So we'll throw some momentum their way. And we'll see how that goes. Progressive Dissidents is still likely to get 52% of the vote. And the Progressive Party is going to get another 9%. So I'm feeling reasonably confident about our ability to continue to have the economy function as it is. Have the politics continue to function as it is. Still at 1.4. Infamy, we're down to 1.3. Let's go to the next year, and then we'll launch our war against the Ottoman Empire. And that's going to cost us a huge pile of cash, but that's okay. Misplaced moderation. Claudio dos Reis has criticized numerous decisions made by the leadership of his own Catholic party, calling Damião da Caula excessively cautious and unwilling to address critical issues. I often wonder, looking at the activities that we carry out, specifically those which are most crucial to expanding our pool of supporters, whether da Caula is authentically aware of or dedicated to their success. Our fundraising is generally acceptable. The coffers of the party are without complaint, and neither are our accountants. But such resources have yet to be mobilized in a way that benefits the public good. And so my thesis is this. What does da Caula intend, and how best to change his mind on the matter? It would be best to simply do as he wishes, reduce popularity for da Caula, increase momentum for the Catholic Party, or make a point of improving the vigor we put forward, half those benefits. I'm going to go with the second one. I don't want to give the Catholic Party more momentum because I don't want to put them in government, because they might make me change up my laws. Alright, so that's alright. Not the greatest event it could have been. 1.0, getting better. Again, I do have to be very conscientious about this because I want to get, don't want to put myself in a gnarly situation with my infamy. Alright, can I get Albania? I can't. Well, that's okay. It's just going to have to be what it is. Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire, you were a foolish fool. Your insults cannot go unanswered. Meet tomorrow when we settle this matter. Jose Mendiola has issued a condemnation of the Iberian electoral system, endorsing abstention from voting in what he calls a sham put on to placate the people. In the dictatorship of the reactionary, of the rich and the powerful, obscured from the view of the people by the facade of democracy, the best thing one may do is demonstrate the futility of such a guise, so the people may be spurred into action regardless of concession. Interesting. The government must know that we see through their system. Reduced legitimacy. 2% of rural folk pops become more radical. Minus 20% momentum for the Progressive Dissidents Party. Plus 10% momentum for the Progressives. Discrediting the system is the next step towards revolution. Half the reductions in legitimacy. Reduced political strength per vote. 10% of the rural folk become more radical. And same effects on momentum. Or, their supporters aren't voting. Ours certainly are. Minus 20% momentum for the progressive dissidents, plus 20% momentum for the free trade party. This is terrible. You're really goofing me, Jose Mandiola. Well, I would prefer to give... Oh, I can't take that legitimacy hit, though. I'm about to go into a war, so I'm just going to have to take the momentum hit. And what does that do? So, okay, so progressive dissidents still projected to get 50... Oh, no, we're not going to have a majority. We're not going to have a majority. We'll have to form a coalition. So we're going to see who we can form that coalition with. I might grab the Patriotic Union. I might grab the Progressive Party. We'll see. We'll see kind of how it goes. Do I want to throw on... I think I want to throw on a War Reparations war goal. That just makes perfect sense to me. Do I want to do a ban slavery war goal? I think yes. That just makes sense. And if I took a treaty port, would that be too ridiculous? I would love to put it in Cyprus, but I can't put it in Cyprus. Vendigar is probably good. No, I don't want to take a treaty port. I don't want to get silly on this. We'll go ahead and do that. And we'll go ahead and mobilize the troops. We will go ahead and raise the troops. We'll go ahead and raise the conscripts of the Iberian Expeditionary Force. I don't think I'm going to need too many more conscripts on this, but we'll see. I think I'm going to raise just the territorial army conscripts in addition to that. And that'll be kind of where we go from here. Nobody's interested in getting involved. Ooh, Britain is dangerously high on there, but I don't think they're gonna get involved. Obviously, this is gonna cost me a huge pile of cash. And again, I may need to raise taxes. I'm hoping I will not. We'll see. Cash flow is adequate. Cash flow is adequate. Commander commends Civic Coalition. General Fulk de Cardona has made public statements in support of the Progressive Party, bringing into question the political neutrality of the military. We just saw this event. I'm going to say he can say what he wants. That's going to give them a little bit more momentum, and that is going to be good for our intended coalition. Obviously, this is going to make things a little bit difficult with our subjects, but not too difficult. Overall, our subjects are still reasonably restive. Okay, so that's a problem for the money folks, but we'll deal with that as we deal with it. Let me see. I'll bring in... What do their armies look like? Line infantry. They do have some skirmish infantry and mobile artillery, but I've got better artillery. Their size about matches mine, but I'm a little bit larger. The armada is obviously much stronger. So how do I do this? Obviously, the Dogu Trakya. Interesting. That's new. These used to be named after the anglicized Greek names. So that's really interesting. I'm definitely going to... Well... I think it makes more sense to move in from the west. They backed down, however. That's beautiful. Alright. I'm a genius. I'm a huge hero. Everybody is a genius who knows it in advance. What happened? Am I crazy? What happened? Hold on. Did I click the wrong button? Did I regime change them or something? Hold on. Let me wait for a week to go by. Where's my... What happened? They backed down. Why didn't I... Am I crazy? Did I just completely bungle that? Alright. I'll do a trade agreement with you, Prussia. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. First things first. I got a lot more bureaucracy to play with because my petite bourgeoisie are happier now. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue to decrease the size of the government sector. So that means a little bit in Toledo. We'll drop many of these level 6s back to level 5. Iberia will drop down to 2. Some of these places we have at 4 will drop down to 2. And that puts us at a reasonable buffer. Vacuum canning. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm gonna have to go back and check the footage. I might have completely bungled that, but I don't think I did. So, you know, we'll see. Oh, Tuscany's big mad. The children want oil. I should have some places I can build oil. Cuba. Oh, Navarra. Wonderful. Just gonna max it out in Navarra. Guyana and Bremen. Did I steal freaking investment rights or something? What happened? No? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Tuscany. Liberate, protectorate investment rights. I banned slavery. I threw on war reparations. Hold on. Let me go to a country like Persia. I don't have any available. Oh, I don't have an interest. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm basalted. I'm totally basalted right now. This isn't... Declare one in New England. I'll be a little bit more interested in the West as well. I know I promised the Pope I wouldn't, but this is important. Ooh, new journal. Expand the oil industry. That'll be fun. You must have oil wealth in Spain. That's what I say. In Iberia. I need to stop making that mistake. Alright, so there's the interests. So Persia, if I'm looking at you, I banned slavery. I clearly I didn't regime change them. Because they're an autocratic monarchy. I didn't get investment rights because I don't have investment rights. Did the game just break? Did I just get all that infamy for no reason? Bananas. Oh, I'm so started right now. Alright, it's okay, it's okay. Albania? Look at me, you're a puppet now, but you don't have to pay as much. We're building up oil wealth. We'll have oil wealth in Iberia. And now we got tons of oil. So, anyone want oil? Apparently not. It's a little bit of a shock, but it is what it is, I guess. Motor industries are still not producing like I would like, but that's alright. Population is going up. Catholic Church is pleased. I would like them to be a little bit more pleased so that our birth rate would go up, but it's okay if we don't. Oh, election finished. Let's go ahead and reform the government. So, I can get an acceptable government only if I bring in the Catholic Church. What are they likely to try to make me do? They're fine with monarchy. They're fine with state religion. They don't like right of assembly. They're okay with right of assembly. They like legal guardianship. They like charity hospitals. They like religious schools. They do like regulatory bodies and wage subsidies. I think that's acceptable. Bring them in. Sorry, Progressive Party, you're out. So that's really curious. I have to go back and look at the footage because I'm almost certain I put protectorate on there, yet the Ottoman Empire has not become my protectorate. That's so strange. Where? Oh man, I'm torn about if I'm gonna leave this in, because it feels like we got our treasury bonds. That's wonderful. So that's reducing our interest costs significantly. In fact, interest is pretty low overall, which I'm feeling pretty pleased about. I'm torn because I want to... Ugh. Switzerland's been split in half again. I think Switzerland's hit a radicalization doom spiral, which is a shame, but it kind of is what it is. When you're stuck in the middle of Europe with nothing to, with very little to your name to build up, it's very difficult to. When you don't have any coasts, you can't properly trade, and you're very reliant on your neighbors, and that can be a tough situation. So, who wants oil? Japan wants oil. China wants oil. They only appreciate our oil in Asia. Untrained hands. Children working in the furniture manufactories in Galicia have suffered injuries trying to operate the machinery used in production. After examining the boy's hand, the doctor sat back, turned to the mother, and sighed deeply. Well, I'm afraid your son is never going to become a great musician, he said. But then again, perhaps that was never one of his more likely prospects. Keep children off the factory floor, reduce dependents' income, or these new industries need all the employees they can get. Extra mortality, trade unions upset. I'm going to go with the first one. It just seems sensible. I don't want to, no reason to do that. I'm making a good amount from government dividends. It's a little bit of a curious animal, isn't it? I still haven't done the Indochina campaign, and at this rate I'm not going to until the 20th century, because I've given myself just a ton of infamy. Royal Guard's got low organization. Oh, they need a new leader. Let's see. We'll go with... I'll put a Catholic Church guy in there for now. Okay, now I got an Armed Forces guy. And I got another Armed Forces guy. So, well... 2 Armed Forces guys, 1 Catholic Church guy. That should keep things reasonably set up. We're in ourselves a tight ship and things will be chill. Economic growth is a little bit difficult. We're still in position 4. We've been outpaced by the Russians. But, you know, that's okay. Relations with Russia are pretty rock solid. Obviously it would damage all my relations with the GPs if I made myself a power block. I am going to improve relations with Great Britain, which means I'm going to stop improving relations with Tuscany, because that, at this point, just seems like a fool's errand. So if I declare one more rival... Ooh. America and Great Qing are fighting. It's interesting. You're looking for a treaty port in Yongnam. And humiliate Russia. You know, you get them, America. I'm going to leave that one alone. That feels like it's not in my interest to get involved in. We're going to keep Iberian money in Iberia, and we're going to solve Iberian problems. And that just seems like the most sensible way to do things. So, probably I'll form a... I want a treaty port in Formosa, America. What's wrong with you? Formosa... I'll laugh if Formosa has level 1 port. So if I put a treaty port in Formosa, that's not actually going to get me access to the Chinese market at all. Electrical generation. Ew, excellent. So, let's go ahead and electrify the country. This is just a sensible way to do things. Where's the... Oh. Hold on. We'll do it this way. Is it an industry? Resources? Where's the power plants? How do I a power plant? Hold on. These are development buildings. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3. Not 2. It's fine. It's fine. I'm almost assuredly going to build 2 in some of these areas. Anyway. But we'll start with 1 level. And obviously that's going to cost us a huge pile of cash because that's the way things are, but... We'll, okay, I can get a trade agreement for an obligation. But, actually, I don't need the petite bourgeoisie to be any happier right now, because the Anti-Ottoman League is just fine. Great Qing backs down. Oh, very interesting. Quite curious. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably put a... I'll probably design my power block between episodes, and then I'll come in and immediately form it, and then you'll get to see what I'm on about with this thing. And then I'll be frantically trying to improve relations with the other GPs. So, while I figure that out, anyone else I can rival that would be sensible? Only Great Britain and Scandinavia. We'll rival Scandinavia. Get out of here, Scandinavia. Scandinavian attitude worsened. Yeah, no kidding. I can't imagine how that happened. Happily, they don't have any navy, so that shouldn't be a problem. Oh, Russia's, because Russia was humiliated. That's very funny, actually. Royal Guard is almost back up in organization, which is good. Scandinavia is rivaling me back, that's fine. Law enforcement decreased down to 1. Excellent. Let's continue to reduce the size of the government sector. I think we can cut about 6 more levels. So 1, 2. Obviously the one in Kanto is not even fully employed, so that's not anything we need to worry about too much. And yeah, we'll drop the one in Toledo by 2 more levels. That'll be just fine. Again, I want to keep some buffer, because I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm running out of bureaucratic capacity. But, you know, keeping the government lean and mean is very much aligned with the rural folks sort of thinking about how the country should function, and we're doing, that's what we're doing with the runs, so that's how I'm doing it. Alright. And that, my friends, I think is all the time we've got for this episode. I have had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I'll see you on the other side.